We doing this shit. Go smoke out for it. We doing this shit, man.
Alright, Shalom, Ripco. Y'all but Shimmy with Shai rock it up. Let us know if the audio and the video is clear. Got it. Water. First and foremost, we'd like to give all thanks, glory, honor, and praise to the supreme power. Alright, Shamli Gabad, the water will come. That's a point now. Wahashali Yakum now. Shali Yashala Ba'ait. Alright, which is double honors to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone, and peace and salutation. All you are necessarily through the four of it. This is PMS Thomas Captain, so about that. Another lesson. Alright. Watchmen and these lessons be edifying unto you. Okay. Shalom to you few sisters out there watching and learning. Stay strong. Shalom. But now we open up with the Shemai like we always do. Let's see how the Spirit rolls through us to bring out these lessons. Alright. Shemai, Yashrala, Yahweh, Alhaina, Yahweh, good. Alright. Let's spoke just now some pure language, the pure tongue, the holy language, the last one, Kadash. Alright, which our Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and his son, Yahweh Shai, is presently speaking to this day. Okay? Now we know the scripture says everything must be done decently and in order, and everything must be done unto edification. That's what we just spoke to Proprecies 6 and 4. So I'm going to let the brother bring it out the heathen tongue, all right, known as the English language for you, for further edification.
God. As brother stated this now, you know, according to the scripture said that all things be done decently and in order. You know, we have a lot of new vacuum coming into the faith. The Most High said to let all things be done decently and in order. Proprecies 6 and 4. Now I say we give it to you in the. That's what we're going to give you the tongue. Because tongue simply means language. This is the book of Deuteronomy 6 and 4. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our power is one Lord.
All right, here, O Israel, all right, which consists of you Native Americans, you Negroes, and you Latinos. All right, here with the word of the Most High Power, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, is saying unto you. All right, repent now while the doors of mercy are still open, because we're only up here for the elect out of the 2/3 who might be in that 2/3 state of mind. All right, because we know 2/3 of our people are out for them. Okay, you know, coming back for them. We're here to get those who might still be in that spiritual. All right, because we have to flush everything they taught us. All right, and simply relearn. Because the majority of things they taught us were lies. All right, and everything is coming to light. Everything's coming to light now. All right, we are in those times to waking up. All right. Further ado, the lesson with the music put on my spirit to bring out this week. All right. I entitled it "Give Them Warning." All right, give them warning from me. All right. Now I have an article. That I going into speaking about the oncoming recession. All right, that's about to come in 2023. All right, we've been getting warnings from the World Banks, such as the IMF and the WEF, you know, and from the higher heads, from the elites, from the top elites. We've been getting warnings from them also to say, be a little thrifty with your spending, or be mindful of your spending. All right, because what's coming? This is going to be the first. They say this is going to be the first time in 2 years. The first time that 2 recessions have hit in less than a year. It's the first time in 80 years. Okay, that's when the time is winding down, and the signs of the end, all right, are upon us. Okay. So without further ado, we're going to cover precepts and drive my point home. All right. All right. This article is written from the Guardian. The website known as the Guardian. All right. It was published on Tuesday, the 10th of January. All right. It reads, it says, global economy risks recession within 3 years, warns the World Bank. And as we know, the World Bank is basically a slush fund. We dishing out all that money, the predatory loans, the poorer countries, and to keep them in debt and to gain their natural resources from them. All right, but this is the upper echelon. The Rothschilds, the DuPonts, they're basically the elites of these banks. Okay? All right, it says, any fresh setback to a global economy already rapidly waking as a result of high inflation rates, interest rates, and war could result in a second recession within 3 years in 2023. The World Bank has warned. All right, so they warned you about the second recession. All right, the first one was when that in 2020 when that juice hit, when that pandemic hit. All right. It says, in its half-yearly health check, the Washington-based institution said it had cuts its 2023 growth forecast from 2.9% to 1.7% after the risk is identified 6 months ago, and it all materialized. It says the bank's global economic prospect report said that a tougher than anticipated anti-inflationary measures, persistently high energy prices, and continued lockdowns in China had led to a much weaker outlook for this year than it had expected last summer. All right, so they're saying that this perfect storm. Okay, you had the pestilence hit. All right, you had the lockdowns hit. You had inflation hit. You had businesses closing. All right, and you had a wide array of debts. Okay, all this leading up to a recession. All this is the perfect storm and the perfect mixture for oncoming recession. It's saying almost every advanced country and nearly 70% of emerging and developing countries have had their growth forecast cut. All right? So it's saying almost every advanced country and 70% of emerging and developing countries have had their growth forecast cut. All right? So guess what? It's saying that even all the superpowers and all the thriving countries, 70% of them basically had their GDP or their gross domestic product or their net gain or whatever they earn yearly, all that has been cut. All right, and the year ain't even started yet. All right, it says, given the fragility of the global economy, the World Bank said a new adverse development, such as a higher than expected inflation, abrupt rises in interest rates to contain it, a resurgence of Crown Royal 19 or escalating geopolitical tension could push the global economy into recession. So it's saying if we have any combination of these two, if we have any combination of war and the Crown Royal coming back, if we have any combination of anticipated and expected inflation rates or interest rises coming, all right, we could go into a recession. But these things this is coming down the pipeline this year in 2023. All right. It says not since the 1930s have two global recessions occurred in the same decade. All right. It says emerging and developing countries are facing multi-year period of slow growth, driven by heavy debt burdens and weak investments as the global capital is absorbed by the advancement of economies face extremely high government debt levels and rising interest rates. All right, so who have this information? The World Banks have this information because these economies they're talking about, all right, they know that they already lend them money, all right, and they aren't going to be able to pay them back. So what that mean? That means that they're basically going to add debt on top of debt, and they know these poorer countries can't pay them back. So what has happened? They go and they take the country's minerals, or they take land from these countries, you know what I mean? Or they put sanctions upon them. Exactly. Good. You know, predatory loans they might as well. You know. It says the deterioration is a broad base in virtually all regions of the world. Per capita income growth will be slower than it was during a decade before Crown Royal. The setbacks to the global prosperity will be likely to persist. The World Bank added. Okay. It says, excluding China, growth in emerging markets and developing countries is expected to decelerate from 3.8% to 1.5% in 2023. All right, so that's a big drop. Okay, they said except China. And as we know, China's already imposed them stringent measures on their people. Basically, they've been on lockdown for almost 2 years. They just come back out and they're going back on another one. All right. And we know China is a manufacturer of a lot of things. All right. Okay, continue to read. It says total debt among EMDEs is at 50-year high, and the Russian invasion of Ukraine has added major new costs. This leaves no room for support at a time when people are suffering from Crown Royal setbacks, health conditions, education, and nutrition. All right. So, like it says in Matthew, right? It says people can't take these pestilences. People can't take no more wars. People can't take the oncoming famine that is coming. People can't take, you know, what's in the pipeline to come. All right. But yet Jake doesn't want to repent. Yet our people refuse to repent. But it's been forecasted that another recession is coming. And as Watchmen of Yahweh, it's our duty. All right. We are commanded to let you know these things that are coming down in the pipeline. All right. So you get a couple of precepts to drive my point home about this oncoming recession, because guess what? He had us in the island offices, aka them churches. All right. Pastor Watchmen ain't gonna be telling you about this. The only thing he's telling you about, all right, is passing that offering plan around twice. The only thing he'll be telling you about is talking about marriage counseling, marijuana reform, and soup kitchen and what's not. All right, he ain't getting you ready to stand in the battle of Yahweh for Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right. First precept I want to get is Ezekiel chapter 33 and 2.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33. That verse 2. Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when they bring the sword upon the land, and the people of the land take a part of their coats, and set it for their watchmen. If when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people. And whosoever heard the sound of the trumpet and take it not warning, If the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head.
All right. So when Ezekiel, all right, Ezekiel was a Levite, a high priest of the Levite. All right. So when Ezekiel 33 is saying, son of man, the children of my people, I mean in Israel. Okay. Okay. And it says, when I bring the sword upon the land being Babylon the Great. All right. It says, the land being Babylon the Great. The sword made in those ICBM missiles. Okay? Want those people. And like I said, the job of the Watchmen is to bring them to knowing that these things are about to happen. Alright? The sword, alright, famine, pestilence, we already going through these things, we already seeing these things. And now recession. Alright, so you can call that poverty. Alright? Read again, read 33 and 2 again tomorrow.
Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when they bring the sword upon the land, and the people of the land take command of their coast, and set it for their watchmen. And when he sees the sword come upon the land, he bloweth the trumpet, and warn the people.
Done. That's the job of a watchman. The job of the watchman is when he see these things or when he know about these things, all right, then the people know. Even though they might not receive it, but it's still our job in order to keep that blood off our hands. All right? This is what the watchman of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Jeremiah 28 and 8. Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophet that has been before me, before thee of all prophesied, both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
This is what the job of a watchman is. All right, telling you of the incoming destruction of this wicked rulership of Esau Edom. All right, wars, bad times, and pestilence. All right, this is what we're supposed to be doing. Like I said, we're supposed to be talking about hoarding up in no Harlan house. All right, sitting down with your big hat, no church, collecting offering. All right, telling people God is love, everybody can make it. This way for everybody. All right, that's leading the people astray. All right, we're supposed to be telling about this oncoming recession that is coming, famine is coming, more pestilence. All right, we hastening for these things to come because that's the only way that our kingdom is going to be established. All right, by the weakening of this empire. Esau Edom. Let me see here. 33 and 4.
Ezekiel 33 and 4. Whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and take it not. Whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and take it not on it. If the sword come, take him away. His blood shall be upon his own head.
Man, all right, the watchman of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is scattered through the four corners of the earth. All right, already. All right, they might not be renowned in their own country, mainly because they're Austin men. All right, because they don't have them fancy suits, because we don't have them fancy shoes, them luxury belts. We don't drive them luxury cars. We might not be renowned. All right, they might consider us poor and lowly men. All right, in society. But guess what? It just says that prophet is not received in his own country. All right, and that is the truth. But guess what? We still have to tell you, we still have to forewarn you this way. Good. Good. Luke 4 and 24. That's the job of the watchman. It's the basic, it's the warn you people, all right? We have to let you know, all right, in order to see ourselves clear.
All right, Luke chapter 4 and 24. And he said, verily I say unto you, no prophet is accepted in his own country.
No prophet is accepted in his own country, and that is the truth. All right, people see us up here. We get it, people. It's off their jail, you know what I mean? But guess what? They wouldn't listen. All right? And I guess with the Most High Power, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, he haven't done way. He have, because you know it's only through him that you will be able to receive this word. All right? A prophet is not received in his own country. But yet still we have to warn you. We have to warn our people.
God,
All right?
we want you to keep the blood of our hands. That's what it's all about. At the end of the day, you got no clue what he said.
That's right.
God said you didn't hear it.
That's right.
So when the Most High put your ass to death, that's going to be justified them doing it to you. Because he had us men on the highways and the Bible is warning you. He said to tell you whether you would hell or from hell.
Luke 21, 35. For as a snail shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the earth. Watch ye therefore and pray always that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass when you stand before the Son of Man. And the snare being a trap or dangerous place. So your job watching these times open with the they let them up. So preaching telling you to repent, telling you to come back to your opportunity before these snares catch up you and trap you.
And this word to some of you is also a snare because you can't receive it. Or you can't, and these warnings that we give you, you can't receive it. All right, we warning you about taking that jump shot. We warning you about the pestilence. All right, we warning you about the oncoming recession. All right, we warning you. All right, to repent while the doors of mercy are still open. All right, but you take it as a joke, so it's going to be a snare and a stumbling block for you. All right, like I say, regardless, our job as spiritual better men of Yahweh is to warn you of the impending judgment. All right, it's about to take place on the earth. All right, whether you can receive it or not. We see the sword coming. We see recession in 2023. Okay, we see Israel. We see Israel versus Palestine. We see China versus Taiwan. All right, we see Russia versus America, Russia versus NATO. Basically, Russia against anyone who come against Russia. All right, we see uproars of the people in Sri Lanka, uproars of the people in Haiti. All right, we warning you about the Karagma because they're pushing that.
Uproars of the people right now in Brazil. I don't know if they, I think they might have calmed it down a bit, but it's still going on.
Yeah, they still get on by that.
And all these are signs to let us know that we are in the end of days, the end of the rulership.
That's right.
Which is run by the so-called white man.
That's right. God, we blowing the trumpet on digital currencies, all right, which will lead into that Karagma, all right, and them lockdowns coming again, all right, and also farming up the word like we went into last week, all right. We are commanded to bring your attention to the demise of this crumbling empire. Recession is coming back, all right. This is the first time in 80 years that 2 recessions will hit in less than a year, but you've been warned, all right. Get my voice 5 minutes equals 8.
Ezekiel 33 and 5. He heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning. His blood shall be upon him. But he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul.
There's 2/3 of our people right now, all right, scoffing and turning their backs on the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right, they refuse to take heed to the warnings. All right, and guess what? For that, they're going to bring righteous judgment upon their own soul. All right, number 6.
6. But if the watchman see the sword come, and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity. But his blood will I require at the watchman's hand.
And this for us, this is another warning for us. All right, men who know the truth. Okay, all right, this for the Israelites who know the truth and keep it hard up. All right, could be made in other camps also, and false prophets. All right, pastors who don't teach the correct doctrine of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right, if you don't warn our people, they would still receive judgment now. They ain't gonna skip judgment. All right, but guess what? Blood will be on our hands, and we will be punished. We will receive judgment for that, for keeping it hard up.
God, all right, to death. God. Along with the unrepentant Jake who we supposed to be warning.
God, that's right. And that goes for all the other camps also who teaching this false doctrine. All right, that everyone can be saved, bull crap. All right, that the word for everybody, bull crap. All right, you could eat anything. You could be a fruity pebble. All right, saying that the MOTB or the Karagma is Christianity or the white man. You know, all them false doctrines. All right, you're gonna be punished for. Blood is on your hand. You're gonna be put to death for that. All right. The Most High is gonna slay. All right, it's gonna slay you for not tending to His flock. All right. Yama Jeremiah 23 and 1 out.
Jeremiah 23. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, said Yahweh. Therefore, thus said the power of Israel against the pastors that feed my people. He hath scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings, said the Lord.
All right, that goes to all these false prophets. All right, all the people speaking ill of the man of Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, with these false doctrine, scattering our people, have our people confused, scattering the sheep of Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai. All right, you're gonna pay for that. And I said, the Most High said He's gonna put you to death for that. All right, and we know the Most High don't lie. All right, Ezekiel 33 and 8.
God. Ezekiel 33, 8. When they say unto the wicked, O wicked man, thou shalt surely die, and thou dost not speak to warn the wicked from his way, that wicked man shall die in his iniquity. For his blood will I require a thine hand.
Cut. Now this is stumbling block to a lot of pastors out there too. Because what they is too, as we know, Esau Edom is the wicked. All right, we know Esau Edom, the so-called white man, and he ain't white because he red. We know them as the wicked, right? All right, but in this precept, we're speaking about this one because we know in verse 1 in Ezekiel 33 and 2, it says, "Son of man," roughly paraphrasing, "speak to thy people." And like I said in the beginning, Ezekiel was a Levite. He was from the tribe of Levite. All right, so we know Ezekiel is speaking directly to the nation of Israel, you so-called Native Americans, Negroes, and Latinos. All right, it says, Ezekiel 33 and 8 again, I can read it again. It says, "When I say unto the wicked, O wicked man, thou shalt surely die if thou dost not speak to warn the wicked from his way. The wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood I will require at thine hand." And like we said earlier, our job is to point you in the right direction. All right, for the most part, our people don't even realize when they're committing iniquity. All right, because the majority of things that we do on a daily basis basically is sin or wickedness, or whatever we call fun is sin and wickedness. All right, excessive partying and drunkenness. All right, smoking, adultery, fruity pebbles or the Skittles movement. You all know what I mean, the rainbow people. All right, eating abominable, right? Selling narcotics, which is witchcraft. All that is sin. All right, all that is iniquity, stacking sin upon sin. All right. Now we know, like I said, we know that Esau is the wicked, but we know Jake running a strong second behind Esau in terms of doing iniquity. All right. Get verse 9.
Ezekiel 33 and 9. Nevertheless, if thou warn the wicked of his way, turn from it. If he do not turn from his way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul.
And if you don't want to listen, all right, that on you. If you want to continue to stack sin upon sin, that on you. All right, if you want to continue to follow the traditions of men, all right, celebrating your birthdays, celebrating these pagan festivals, celebrating these heathen customs, all right, that on you. All right, but guess what? That blood wash of our hands, we already did our job. All right, we already won you. is a balanced power, as you can see. All right, we have works to do. We're commanded to be out here. We're commanded to bring this word to you. All right, to keep our way, keep ourselves clear, to keep the blood off our hand. If you don't listen, then you will get killed. All right, we stand up.
Therefore, O thou son of God, speak unto the house of Israel. Thus he speaks, saying, if your transgressions and our sins be upon us, and we pine away in them, how should we then live? Say unto them, as I live, said Yahweh power, I have no pleasure in the death of the wicked, but that the wicked turn from his way and live. Turn ye from evil ways. For when will ye die, O house of Israel?
And for why will ye die, O house of Israel? All right, going back to what I was saying in verse 8 when I was talking about the wicked. All right, so we can see here that Ezekiel is speaking to us Native Americans, Negroes, and Latinos. All right, the real nation of Israel. Okay, sin, all right, is transgression of the law. All right, the wages of sin is death. All right, the Most High don't like to put our people to death. But as the old saying goes, if you don't listen, you would feel. All right? All right, repent now while the doors of mercy is still open, while the Most High is still showing mercy unto you. All right, because as we can see, the signs, the writing is on the wall. The signs of the time is drawing nigh. All right, recession is coming this year. All right, recession coming. All right, you get more pestilence coming. All right, you get famine coming. You get inflation coming. All right, all these things are coming in the pipeline, and as you can see, we know that they're pushing that MOTV. We know that they're pushing that Karagma because I think I just read where they're saying they get a Karagma that they can put in your head that can help with depression. That's how we book this week. All right. All right. So we know that they're getting closer. We know that they're getting closer to that. All right. Time is drawing nigh. Yours is closer. All right. Let me
the righteousness of the righteous shall not deliver him in the day of his transgression. He shall not fall thereby in the day when he turneth from his wickedness. Neither shall the righteous be able to live for righteousness in the day that he's in it.
all right. You can't let go of the plow. All right. I think that you've done enough. All right. All the good works you did for the Most High will not be remembered if you let go of the plow and start to be wicked. All right. So I don't care how much soup continue open. I don't care how much donation, monetary donations that you give to people. I don't care how much times you promote people or what you do for people. Promote them, shelter them. All right. If you let your hand go with that plow of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, your righteousness will not be remembered. Okay. Your righteousness is all
death. Let the plow go.
That's right.
Yahushai say, no man put a hand to the plow, but we paraphrase and let it go. It's fit for the kingdom. Meaning you're going to come back to the loin to the hopefully elect.
All right, think about it like this. Our righteousness is already as filthy rags to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So when you get off out of that talking, but you let the plow go, and you already do enough righteousness. All right, being saved until the end. Okay?
God. And the scripture also say we can never go, as a matter of fact, God, but let me get the precept.
You know, a lot of those pastors, they think when they go to them soup kitchen and doing so-called charitable work, they think they doing the Most High a favor.
God.
You ain't doing the Most High no favor. Because when you think about it, you were put here, the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, 13, say, fear Yahweh, keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. This is your duty. This is what you were put here to do.
That's right.
You may think righteousness, right? But at the end of the day, you know, that's what you put here to do. You ain't doing the Most High no favor.
God.
Because at the end of the day, that's what you're stated to do.
God, you're supposed to do that. God.
That's the precept better go with the brother was saying. Just I can start chapter 23 and 29. The Lord Yahweh Yahushai is terrible and very great and marvelous is his power. When ye glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as ye can, for even yet really far exceed, and when ye exalt him, put forth all your strength, and be not weary, for ye can never go far enough. You can't never feel like nobody I think I done do enough.
God. You never do enough. You never can do enough for the Most High.
The God is well. Most High view us as his woman, right? Imagine how your interactions is with your woman, like with your spouse, right? She may go and she may cook and she may clean and do all the nice things, right? And when you go home, she, oftentimes they look for recompensation. When you think about it, that's your duty. That's what you're supposed to do. If I thank you for it, fine, let it go. That's what you're supposed to do.
That's right.
And the same way with us inside the street. When we go on the highways and the byways, it's so loud, right? If the whole side bless us with something, but if we choose not to, you gotta be out there, that's our duty.
We ain't looking for no compensation.
Exactly. This is our duty. See?
That's right. All right. We're going to take 350 and more.
15. And the wicked restore the flesh. Yet again, and he had walked. Walking the statutes of life without committing iniquity. He shall surely live. He shall not die.
God, all right? If our people repent and come back to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, all right? It'd be as if they washed their sins away, all right? Become a new being, become a new creature, okay? So we see the balance of Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, all right? All of us come from different walks and journeys of life, doing wickedness, all right? Selling dope, committing adultery, idolatry, eating unclean foods, slack, etc., all right? But the Most High giving you time to repent now at this very moment. All right. So we have to take advantage of this stuff as we say week in and week out. All right. Getting this truth right now and repenting is time sensitive right now. You might think that you have plenty time, but guess what? We can see the writing on the wall. All right. As we measure the time diligently, we can see that these things are coming to fruition. Everything that the Most High said that was going to happen. All right. The last days is coming to fruition, and we can see it through the spiritual life. All right, the last precept, let's better read is
None of his sins that he had committed shall be mentioned unto him. He had done that which is no blood.
right, clean slate. Right? Clean slate. Because you put all that wickedness behind you. All right? How about you? But it was a place to sit up, but we ain't get much time now. All right? We ain't get much time. We hastening to the day. All right? We hastening the day that these days come to pass. We hastening the day that pestilence come. We hastening the day that MOTB come. All right? We know that World War III is imminent. But the main thing that I want you to look for this year, all right, is that oncoming recession. All right? In this recession, like me and the brothers always reason me and the brother Charles. This Bahamas town, yeah, I'm not speaking for the other parts of the world, all right? But if one more recession or one more lockdown come on this Nassau or this country, this archipelago that we call the Bahamas, finish it. We'll be finished, all right? Because after a lot of our people high and mighty and have their nose up in there and prideful, all right? They always used to look down on the Levites and the other Caribbean islands, the Jamaicans and so on, because we used to have a robust tourism industry, all right? Tourism used to be the backbone of us. But guess what? If ain't no more tourists coming to the Bahamas, that means ain't no more income flowing into the Bahamas. All right. So guess what happened? We down on these people the piece of the shit. All right. One more recession we can't take. All right. One more lockdown we can't take. So that's why we're telling you now. How much ship you shy while the doors are open. All right. Hopefully this lesson was edifying and serve this purpose. That's it.
Cut. As we move, like the artist stated, getting this truth right now is time sensitive. The doors of my seat are closing. All right? All the signs are there that this empire is crumbling. We see articles coming out and the white man, so-called white man who bought up all the farmland, the founder of what do you mean? Bill Gates. You see the things what he's saying about the Beetlejuice. Because now they see a lot of people they decided not to take it. They try to find different ways to try to force this on you. So despite all the evidence is out there that people are dying left, right, and center from this shit. Alright, yeah. But you so-called Native Americans, Negroes, and Latinos, you have been warned because the two men of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, been constantly telling you not to take that. Alright? Now we know we're going to have a lot of people who refuse to take it, but when you see they do a rollout of the RFID, the Karagma, that ain't going to come into fashion like how they just trying to push out you receiving the Beetlejuice. See, if this devil can get you to take it to deceit, he's going to get a shitload of people to do it, like how he deceived them with trying to get the Beetlejuice.
It's not very obvious.
Gun. You know, but we're only talking to our people. You so-called Native Americans, Negroes, and Latinos. But we know the elect ain't going to be fooled. All right? The elect of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, they're covered by the Yahushai to be sweet. So we be a part of that elect number. Now, I was thinking a moment ago while the brother was here speaking. You know, we have ex-members of the Great Millstone and who wasn't in the Great Millstone. Not our kid wasn't in the Great Millstone. You know, multiple lessons have been done by on it from our elders and some of the brothers as well. But the hair brothers who are the Great Millstone, that's something formula there that King David doctrine and that we in the New Covenant. That's some sick shit. Right there, you sick that? I need a sick that. Because me being the younger brother in this truth, it's clear to me, and I know. Alright? And if it was so, the apostles and the elders of the Great Millstone, that would have done been out there. But like the scriptures say, give me Sirach 39 and 24. Then Titus 1 and 14. Cut.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 39, verse 24.
Cut. Now, I don't know if these brothers just doing it for vain glory, for strife, or whatever their intentions are. Right? But at the end of the day, if you see these brothers will repent and come up to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the most are going to put their ass to death. You get the next one, Titus?
Titus 1 and 15. Unto the pure, all things are pure. Unto the devil, this is the mind is defiled.
Yeah, but the scripture say, even their mind and conscience are defiled. To see these brothers come up against the men who taught them. All of a sudden, you know more than our elders, the men who you learned from. Who taught you the name? Yahweh. Bahasham, Yahushai. That's some sick shit. Like I said, Hakeem here. If you got kicked out the camp, don't fucking shut up the doctrine. If you can't take last language, go watch IUIC. If you got kicked out the camp, don't switch up the doctrine. Alright? Most I sometimes don't get the test to the system on you. Simply your fake lies. Alright? Good. You had a dispute with the brother because something ain't going on the way you wanted to go down. You switch up the doctrine, hey nigga. This ain't about you. It's about Yahweh. Bahasham Yahushai. About us doing Israel. Alright? As a matter of fact, because we taking something. This is about us doing the will of the Lord. Not you all about trying to establish your own righteousness. This is why 2/3 of our people got to be put to death. Because they want to establish their own righteousness and forgetting what the Lord said to do. This is Ephesians chapter 5. I can start at 13. But all things that are reproved are made manifest by the light. For whatsoever do it make manifest is light. Wherefore he said, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Mashiach shall give thee light. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Wherefore be ye not ignorant. So wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai is. All of a sudden you know more than I elders, the men that taught you. The Most High set up rulers, leaders to lead. And you coming up against the men who you learn from. That goes to show that you have give me 2 chapter 15 and 4. You have an unbelieving heart. And we know what the Most High say, but that's what caused the Most High had our people wandering around the wilderness for 40 blood-clot years. I'm going to read second address.
Reads, all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
Good. Faith goes back to belief. All of a sudden, you know more than our elders. You was the big shit now all of a sudden. Hey, the Most High get a lot of killing in New York. Come here, that's the second 17. The Most High get a lot of killing to do. And guess what? It's going to be justified. A justifiable fluid. 4:17. All right, foot.
For the time is come that judgment must begin in the house of and if it first be again on us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh?
For the time is come, judgment must begin at the house of Israel. All right, because you so-called Native Americans, Negroes and Latinos, you are the children of the Most High. Or Yahweh said earlier, all the prophets, Jeremiah, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Ezekiel, all those men, Isaiah, all of them were sent to the nation of Israel. Only, no other people they were sent to. But like I say, all of a sudden the men who learn and apostles and our elders, they know more than them. How we can be under the new covenant and we still join the highways of the Bible teaching. We still get sick. Huh? We still in captivity. All right? We still at the freaking bottom. We still at the bottom. All right? Esau, Edom still in control. Give me Jeremiah 4:22. Good.
Look at Jeremiah 4:22. But my people are foolish. They have not known me. They are sordid children.
Stupid. Take it again from the top, man.
But my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sordid children, and they have not understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge.
Good. They so busy. These reprobates, they so busy trying to prove the great men's doing wrong, right? Until they forget the big picture, why what this teaching is all about. They forget, they ain't doing that no more. Give me we always use this from me close over Timothy, Revelation 19 and then 10. And get the excellence around. They forgetting these things.
Revelation 19 and 10. And they fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship power. For the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy.
No, they too busy worrying about the King David. He back here now. And we in the new covenant.
The testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy.
And they forget the bigger picture. The things what they supposed to be prophesying, what they supposed to be speaking on. You got kicked on the cap or something going wrong. Just teach the word. And that's starting to go for me myself. For me myself, me, Bashar. Me, Bashar, I get kicked when I still gonna teach the word. I'm gonna try sit with the doctrine because me and Yashua Mo, Kazuan or Yaramya or somebody had a follow. Why do that dumb shit?
So, we no longer taught the truth. You know, everybody turned up maliciousness after that. We get caught.
This is why I keep David in the prayer. Get up from this house if you want. Start from the bottom and stuff. Cast me not to my brothers, Lord, take the Holy Spirit away from me. This is why King David said that in his prayer, because he saw what happened to Saul when the Most High took that spirit away from him. So you're gonna have a lot. Take it again from the top, brother.
Cast me. Create me a clean heart, O power. Do a right spirit within me. Cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me.
Good. David says because he see what happened to Saul when the Most High took the spirit away from him. And when you look at these brothers, you can see like something ain't right with them. The spirit of the Lord is gone from them. That's why they talking all this shit. All kind of shit. All because they got a vendetta against the great millstone. IUIC out there talking all kind of shit. ISUBK talking about doing the button, all kind of shit. But they're on their ass. They're on the man who they learned from. They're talking all kind of nonsense. Give me Jeremiah chapter 5 and 20.
Jeremiah 5 and 20. Declare this in the house of Jacob, and publish it in Judah, saying, Shemai this, or hear now this, O foolish people, of without understanding, which of eyes and see not, which of ears and hear not.
Read.
Fear ye not me, said Yahweh. Will ye not tremble at my presence?
It's the Most High speaking now. Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. Read.
Will ye not tremble at my presence, which have placed the sand for the bound of the sea, by a perpetual decree? And they cannot pass it, and those who pass themselves, yet can they not repent.
God, a lot of people don't understand that scripture. The Most High telling you, look, hey, that's my shit, I run this. You know what the Most High say? Even like the sand there, that sand there's a barrier. When you see that sand there, when you see that water move, the Most High himself allowed that to move from there. Because that sand is a barrier. You see when the waves is coming, right there, the sand moves like that. So when you see that sand move, so that water go beyond that, the Most High orchestrate that. And we see that happen down your face on in Abaco, in Hurricane Dorian. And I think it's the northern part or the southern part of Freeport, I ain't too sure. But mainly Abaco, we see the work of the Most High power. Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai face on. We see what he can do. And we see the Most High move water. The brother Karakas, I can testify out here, down the west side of Andes as well. The Most High move water as fast as I can see. Just sun! Yeah, but it's Florida. Alright, a few years back. We see that place on. Most High is terrible. I don't want to read the rest of that. No, go 23.
But there's people kind of repent his heart.
Good, because they mad that something was going down within the camp. They mad that our bosses and our elders, they were going to say, they got to revolt and heart, make your mind.
They are revolted and gone.
Read.
Even say they in their heart, let us now fear Yahweh and give it being.
Cut.
This season.
Fear the Most High. All right, you get the rebuke from a brother. Take your fucking rebuke and move on. Shut your mouth. Say to water. Repent from that. Take the rebuke, shut your mouth, and move on. I myself ain't shine above it. I start asking them here, but you see me go off. You see me do something. Tell me. I can slip. I'm perfect. Ain't none of it perfect. We ain't gonna be perfect and tell me, and then no covenant. But we ain't gonna go off. Take me, shut your mouth and move on. I will get the rest of it, brother.
He will serve it as the appointed weeks of the harvest. Your iniquity is to turn away these gates, and your sins have withholding good from his work.
Read.
For among my people are found wicked men. They lay in wait as he that set in snares.
What are snares around now?
Trap.
Cut, read.
Something blocks. They set a trap. They catch men.
Like the skipper say, you got brothers in this thing too. But they trying to confound our bosses and our elders, keep it together. Wicked niggas behind them as well. All right? Good. Hey, don't repent for the most of you kill all you. I believe, I know, I feel 100% that we got the truth here at the Great Millstone. And what better leaders can we ask for than our apostles and who we got now? The apostle Dahab, the apostle Gabal, the apostle Ramla, the apostle Rukah, our bishops and our elders on down. Such great men. Look at the apostle Dahab and the other apostles to compare to Johanna and to compare to Nate. Look at them. Those men still working and laboring. Those men laboring in the ministry. Good. They be instant in season, out of season. Sometimes when I see the boss at the bar, he like he doing the cold shuffle. It's so cold out there. And they pushing this way. I can imagine New York today. We got some weather down here in Nassau right now. I ain't seen this kind of weather in a long time. I got a long sleeve today. And I sweat a lot. So I can imagine in New York today. And those men gonna be out there pushing this word. What great leaders you gonna ask for better than what we got today? But the men would come on and that thing ain't no more than our leaders. Who were doing this thing 30 plus years. All of a sudden, because you got what? 10, 12, 15 years, you better than ever you learn from? You just better get yourself together before it's too late. Just repent. It ain't too late to ask for repentance. Try to fucking pry it away. As we move.
My spirit, by Yahweh should I was showing the title armies are still being built. As we know, World War III still has to happen. Right. Russia is still gathering allies. America is still gathering allies. So this war is nothing to be moved aside. This thing is going to happen and it has to happen. You know? And I have an article going into how Russia is getting more conscripts. Meaning, they're calling out more people than drowning more people to be in a fight in the war against America. And just last year, I posted, last year, I wrote an article saying the same exact thing. Russia dropped it over 100,000 people. This time, it's bigger. They dropped it 500,000. We called up. This article said like Russia preparing to mobilize extra 500,000 soldiers. Greece military intelligence has claimed Russia is set to order the mobilization of as many as 500,000 conscripts in January this month, in addition to the 300,000 it called up in October. In another apparent sign that Vladimir Putin has no intention of ending the war. So, both sides has already placed inside Putin's mind to continue on with this war, to not push this war aside, because this has to happen. World War III is one of the major proprecies that has to be fulfilled in order for us to receive our kingdom, to be in rulership.
That's the last prophecy. All right? Because we know the RFID is going to Only 2 major properties to go now, and that's it. Once we see the garage man ready run out, that's it. World War II just off any time.
Okay. So, Ukraine is now getting scared because they know Ukraine did some sneaky things against Russia. Where they was on Russia's side, then they turned against Russia. And now they're getting scared because Russia has drafted some more people to join them in the fight. And this 500,000 ain't their armies they already have. This just the ordinary people they have in their society being called up. So you can be called up at any time. If you have a certain age, these people are coming to your doorstep, knocking, saying, let's go, and then asking no questions. And if you resist, you can be put to death. So either way, it's a lose-lose situation.
Oh, man.
I remind me of this when everyone was calling a while when the war just took off and everybody was trying to get out there. When we increased the flight rates on people. Already gone up to
$5,000.
from 3,000 to 10,000. They say anyone who get catch after the time limit, anyone who get catch now, any lock up people who want to buy the front line.
They're coming back on you big old loud woman. Big pop shit with your eagle right. You don't see what you can do. World War III is imminent. They took that fucking suit on you with M16 in your hand. Get a war.
The Sputterians. Bottom. Stavisky, Ukraine's deputy military intelligence officer, they believe the conscripts would be part of a string of Russian offenses over the strait and somewhere in the east and south of the country. Tonight, they're preparing a second wave of mobilization. With Putin said last month it was pointless to talk about a new call-up, claiming that only half of those already mobilized has been sent to Ukraine. So, last month, Putin denied, said he don't want call-up no other people to be in the fight, but he sent those many drafted in October to Ukraine already. So he is now needing more people to be called up. Yes, Russian officials, including Putin, previously denied plans to order a mobilization before eventually declaring a partial mobilization in September. Ukraine's warning of a new mobilization comes as Russia claims to have adhered to its ceasefire on Orthodox Christmas. The Russian Defense Ministry on Friday claimed its troops began observing a ceasefire from noon Moscow time along the entire line of contact. So, with this word being the line of contact, the line of contact is basically a little contract was not where Russia and Ukraine has said between each other, okay, if you pass the certain period, our peace treaty is up. So, Ukraine went there and tested, put it, and passed that line of contact, which led to Putin drafting more people to fight against the war. In the war, so like, meanwhile, fighting appeared to continue across the contact line, citing witnesses in Russia-occupied regional capital. Reuters reporting outgoing artillery fire from Russian positions on the city's outskirts. After the troops was meant to take effect. Russia's agency reported that Ukrainian forces shelled the city at noon. So because Ukraine stepped over the line of contact, they sent fire into this south part of Russia. So Russia sent fire back to Ukraine, and they also drafted that 500,000 people to be called up. So all this is telling you that this war is far from done.
You know that?
Because America and Russia still has to go to war. We have Ukraine and Russia still fighting now. We have China and America still have beef. We have North Korea and South Korea still fighting. We have all these different places rising up against each other for war. It just goes to tell you that war talk is still in the air. This thing is far from over. It says, now Ukraine's northern defensive positions are strong and Ukraine was ready. The Guardian spent 2 years here on the border in Ukraine's northeastern region, where the local defense forces expressed the same opinion, where Putin sent fires over to that side. Of course, this could change if the war continues. Putin will have that advantage. He can mobilize 500,000 guys. Those problems don't go away. Just kind of a similar issue with just more manpower. So Ukraine know within themselves they can't beat Russia. That's why they will end up teaming up with America and try to stop Russia. But no country will be joining up against an army, because both sides' spirit will be upon all those nations to take out Babylon. And even the allies of Babylon will turn against us, which will cause more and more destruction. It says, not everyone who was mobilized earlier has been sent to battle. Ukraine still has people in training. There will be a second wave of mobilization. We will be forced to carry out the second wave and maybe the third wave. To win in Ukraine, we will need to call up at least another 500,000 soldiers. That's it for the article. So, within 3 months, Putin drafted 800,000 people, and he said that he may need to draft another 500,000. So it goes to tell him that this war is going to happen. This is prophecy that has to come to pass. Okay? Give me Jeremiah 18 to 21. Okay.
This book of Jeremiah chapter 18 and 21, it reads, therefore deliver up their children to the famine, all by force and sword, and let their wives be bereaved of their children, and be widows, and let their men be put to death. Let their young men be slain by the sword.
Okay. This is what's going to happen. Those men being called up will be placed on those battlefields. Those men who are ready in the armies will leave these wives in mourning, because once you get drafted, you're not coming back. You go on a battlefield to shed blood. You go on a battlefield to fight in the battle for the Lord, because the Spirit of the Most High is going to be on you. The want to fight, the want to defend your countries, or no, what's not. And it's going to cost your death, because no one going into the World War III is going to come out. That is going to be mass death and destruction.
This book of chapter 3 and 5, it reads, behold, behold, I am against thee, saith Yahweh, and I will discover thy skirt upon thy face, and I will shew the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock. All right, so all these troops with Vladimir and Russia is putting together, all right, all this is the end game of it. Right? America's going to be made a gazing stock. Right? So he once was a bully. He once was a bully of the world. Right now, everybody just gets ready to take them down. They come together. Let's take them down. This is true prophecy.
This book of Isaiah 19 and 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, and kingdom against kingdom.
Done. The Egyptians against the Egyptians being Esau, America being Esau, Russia being Esau. So Esau fighting against Esau. You have everyone against his neighbor. Ukraine against Russia being their neighbors. North Korea against South Korea being neighbors. You have all these different countries and nations rising up to fight against each other just to fulfill prophecy of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and 11. It reads, make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Lord has raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, for his device is against Babylon to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the vengeance of his temple.
Done. Make bright the arrows. Them arrows being them ICBMs. Gather the shields, being those missile interceptors. The Lord has raised up his spirit of the kingdom of Medes. So, last year, or year before last, the Most High placed in the spirit of Putin and the former Prime Minister of Russia that set war against Babylon. It says, for his devices against Babylon to destroy it. Because it is the vengeance of the Lord, the vengeance of his temple. That is why the Most High is stirring up this war. That is why the Most High is placed on the kings of the Medes being Putin. Because Putin is the king of Russia. The Medes being Russia. That's why the Most High is stirring up the spirit of Putin to destroy America. The Philistines. So the Most High can seek vengeance for all the things that America has done to this place. For having the world drink from their wine. That is why the Most High wants vengeance for Babylon.
America alone, on part of the earth as well. Because even though the Most High going to use a tremendous weight, they themselves also going to be taken down in the process. This is Revelation chapter 14. Revelation chapter 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Well, what is imminent? This is going to go down. Right?
Jeremiah 50 and 25. Yahweh had opened his armory and had brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of Yahweh power of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans.
Done. The Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, has opened his armory and has brought forth the weapons of his indignation. And what is the Most High's armory? What are those weapons of his indignation? The weapons of the Most High's anger. They are them ICBMs, them intercontinental ballistic missiles. Those are the weapons of the Most High's armory. Those are the things what is gonna be placed to work in destroying the land of the Chaldeans, and the land of the Chaldeans will be America in this case. You know, this World War III has to happen. These ICBMs just going to hit America. America. 200 million missiles. They're set in Babylon. America is going to be destroyed in the end. You know, you can't stop that. You know, missile system is going to stop that thing from happening. No missile system is greater than the power of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai.
Revelation 17 and 16, break it down. And the 10 horns, break it down.
God, the 10 horns beyond those nations of NATO and the EU, you know.
Which thou sawest upon the beast, he shall hang the whore, and shall make the desolate and naked, and shall eat of flesh, and burn her with fire. All these nations will come against Babylon the Great, aka America, to the south of Egypt. Revelation 17 and 17. For power, Yahweh give you our side, and put in their hearts, putting in their mind, to fulfill his will, and to agree, and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the word of power shall be fulfilled.
The more riding on that beast will be America, you know, because America feels as though that those 10 odds being those nations of NATO will be their allies and help them in the war. But guess what? As the scriptures say, the Most High Spirit will be upon those nations to turn against the whore and hate the whore. You know? And all that
Say they're going to burn it with fire.
God,
What is that fire they're going to burn it with? There's time with nuclear weapons.
God, the weapons of the Most High's army, the weapons of the nation.
Jeremiah chapter 51 and 20, it reads, Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee I will break. Stop.
Book of Revelation chapter 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe coming quickly.
God, I start alluding to World War III is inevitable. You know, this has to happen. After the RFID is made mandatory, World War III is going to roll over, which is going to lead into America's destruction and the Israel getting their new kingdom. They live in all righteousness and they live in all glory. You know, this is what we're hoping for. We're hoping for an everlasting kingdom. We're hoping for an everlasting kingdom, a kingdom of righteousness.
God, the scripture say, therefore we look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein righteousness dwell. That's what we hoping for. So we want this war to take place. God, let me be a part of that number. They got to believe when this place go around.
God. With that new kingdom, it brings our true treasure, you know, to live in all peace, to live without pain, to live in our true glory of the true princes of the power.
God,
You know, because those fake Israelites down in our land, they ain't the real people. They ain't the people of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. They are fake Israelites. We are the true Israelites, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And we are hoping to see salvation. All us here and the fellow like-minded Akim around the world, we hoping for the salvation of Yahweh, for Hashem Yahushai. We want to live in that everlasting kingdom. We want to escape on that first lap. But it all ends with us repenting and coming back to Yahweh, for Hashem Yahushai, and hopefully we be a part of the elect of God. Hopefully just let us identify and serve this purpose.
Beautiful lesson as always. That's what Mosaic brought the spirit of it today. Being inside this truth, a lot of people really You know, being inside this truth, a lot of people don't really understand, you know, the severity of it and how the seriousness of it. You know, being inside this truth, looking at how the pastors and they operate inside the world, you can tell they full of shit. You see, they prophets for hire, and they prophets for hirelings, right? You know, and you know the scriptures say when we do this work, you know, like I brought out earlier, we ain't doing the Most High no favors. You see, when you do this work, you shouldn't look for recompensation per se. You see, because at the end of the day, that's what we are put here to do.
Good.
Right? And keeping the law, statutes, and commandments 100%, you know, like being overly righteous and trying to do everything 100%, you know, you only can jack yourself up, find yourself in problems, right? Recently, I want to go there, so go to Watchmen 19. Like, started going straight in, right? It says, yo, then were there brought unto him little children, that he should put his hands on them and pray, and the disciples rebuked them, right? But Yahushua said, suffer little children and forbid them not to come unto me, for of such is the kingdom of heaven. And we know those scriptures go manifold. Those little children, they're speaking of little children literally, and they're speaking of little children metaphorically. When you first come into this truth, like I brought out earlier, you are a babe, you see? And you being inside the truth 5 years, 10 years, that ain't no time in the eyes of the Lord. You slowly growing up into a young boy and slowly up into a man. The apostles and elders, they've been inside this thing many years. So they are considered elders. Us who just coming into this truth, we are still considered boys and adolescents.
Our spiritual fathers in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because they're the men who we learn from.
God.
That's why the scriptures say we're supposed to give them double honor.
God. You see? And Yahushua says, suffer the little children, meaning don't deny them. You see? And forbid them not. Forbid them not to come unto me, for of the such is the kingdom of heaven. And when you think of children, you have to guide them. You see? And the ark brought on the lesson earlier. The brothers who been inside this truth 10 years, 15 years, and all upon a sudden they get puffed up with pride and the Most High slowly take
as a novice, because you know one or two precepts, one or two breakdowns, all of a sudden you're better than the men who you learn from.
And now you slowly lead the church astray. The younger brothers, them who just come into the school, you slowly lead them astray, right? And he laid his hands on them and departed thence. Verse 16, and behold, one came and said unto him, good master, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life? Now let's go into the parable of the rich young ruler, right? This where Lord of those pastors and they go on. Because they think when they go there, they teach it. How do you say they teach it? They're teaching the people wickedness. They think because they get all this money and luxurious things, they doing a good deed. And all that is a stumbling block. And Jakes, because Jakes don't have to understand it, because Hosea 4:6 says when people are strive for lack of knowledge, they look at the nice car the pastor drive, the nice suit and the big mega church, and they look at it like, oh, this has to be a man of God. But no, when you teach the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you don't have all those nice fancy things, or if you have it, you can just be like that.
God, so like we can appreciate that back when I said us now in the book of one of his favorite books, James 5:2. Hearken my beloved, and not the most high chosen, the poor out of this world, rich in faith, not the mega frickin' reprobate liars. God, like you said, hidings.
Says, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life? Now, what would Yahushua tell him? He said unto him, why callest thou me good? There is none good but one.
God.
And you know Yahushua said that out of humility, because he knew, you know, of reincarnation, he knew the sins that he did in his past life. So he said, why you call me good? Only one good. And we know that's the almighty power of Yahweh, right? But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments. So keep the commandments again. Ecclesiastes 12:24, Yahweh will keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. Right? He said unto him, which Yahweh said, thou shalt do no murder, thou shalt shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness, honor thy father and thy brother, and thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. So Yahushua basically telling us these are the things you have to do to receive the kingdom of heaven.
God, basically, just hit the blueprint.
God.
Just what you need to follow.
God. We have people up there that do those things, but it's one thing that they lack. Right? The young man said unto him, all these things have I kept from my youth up, but lack I yet. Yahushua said unto him, if thou wilt be perfect, go and sell that thou hast, and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come and follow me. Now, imagine Creflo Dollar giving up all the riches. Imagine Gino Credit giving up all the riches. Imagine
Rocky Brown, Neil Ellis, Mario Moxley, Lawrence Roll.
Imagine all of them with those big super mega churches. Imagine them giving up their riches. You think they can do that? Huh? They can come to one of the arcades, go here. One of them say here. Don't go there. Or give it away. They can do that.
Good.
You see? But when the young man heard that saying, he ran away sorrowful, for he had great possessions. And that's what causing a lot of our people. Before they follow the Lord, they want to follow that money.
Yeah, and then even they get a stumbling block.
Before they want to follow the Bible, they want to follow the Bible. You see?
You're absolutely right.
Then Yahushua said unto his disciples, verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter the kingdom of heaven. And again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom. Reason being, a rich man has great possessions. You see, a poor man don't have nothing. So it's easier for a poor man to follow the Lord because he don't have nothing to hold on to. And it's harder for a rich man to follow the Lord because he has great possessions. You see? But look at it. Look at how much of their life they spend amassing these riches, right? And when they get old, they have to use those same riches to help keep them alive. Because now they got doctor bill and all those different things. Because why? They rejected the word of the Lord and abhorred the herbs. You see? When we read on, when his disciples heard it, they were exceedingly amazed, saying, who then can be saved? But Yahushua beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible, but with Yahweh all things are possible.
God.
So, when it says with men it is impossible, with money, it's impossible for you to enter into the kingdom. But with Yahweh, all things are possible.
God, I was trying to lay it out because he say, when you catch there, that's where your heart also be. And we know, when according to the scripture, when about the thing in your heart, that's your mind. Right? So that's what also when the scripture said in the first John, love not the world and the things in the world. Because if you love this world and the things in this world, that's going to be a stumbling block to you. That's going to cost your house to get put to death. All right?
We jump down here to verse 29. It says, and everyone that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive an hundredfold and shall inherit life. So, when you reject everything of this world, the riches of this world, even down to your family, like the scriptures say, when salvation comes, you will get it 100-fold, many times over. You see? So when you into this thing of ours, as the elder Gabar calls it, you know, as we coin it, you have to be willing to let go of anything in this world to follow Yahushua. Because when you think about it, if you choose to follow the things of this world, that could be your destruction. That could be the destruction of a thing. Now, they say it wasn't going to bring this story, but, you know, the testimony of mine, I had to make a choice. Do the work of the Lord, or stay by the bedside of someone I love, right? Who I held there. And, you know, when you sit down and you think about it, like, it's a difficult decision, you know. But decision inside your mind. You say, yeah, man, it's easy. When it's time for you to make that choice, you can stop and think, but you can't stop and think for too long. You see, because the longer you take, that door of mercy slowly starts to close. You see, the door of mercy starts to close. So, think, but don't take too long. So the choice I made, you do the work of the Lord. And as soon as I made that choice, the phone chime went off. And the minute I made that choice, my loved one who was on that bedside, they instantly started to feel better. So, through the Spirit, and I speak as a man as I say this, I thought to myself, if I chose to stay by that bedside, most I would have taken them out. You see, I speak as a man when I say that. You know, but because I chose the work of the Lord, I was willing to leave them at that bedside to follow the work of the Lord. Because I made that choice, the Most High decided to deliver them. You know, we're coming into them times we're going to have to make some choices. And like the scriptures say, you know, with men, this is impossible. With Yahweh, all things are possible. If you choose the latter end, if you choose not to follow the Lord because of your love for somebody or your love for an item, you will always find them. See? But if you choose the love of Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, and doing this work and keeping his commandments, that's life everlasting. See?
It's the book of this is what the brother was saying in this, you have to go to stuff in this word. All right, because most of you really down with that. Your baggage got to be light. Okay. All right, this is the book of James, chapter 4 and 4. All right, it reads, "Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that friendship of the world is enmity with Yahweh?" It says, "Whosoever therefore will be a friend of this world is an enemy of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai." All right, so all your riches, all that gold, all that money, all your Bitcoin, your cars, your big houses, all right, your freezer full of your abomination with jealousy. All right, if you can't let that go in the day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's judgment, all right, you're going to be destroyed. All right.
Let it go before that day.
Cut.
Because when that day comes, it's too late.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking.
That's what I brought earlier. You can take with your choices, right? But at the end of the day, don't take too long. Because the longer you take, the less time you get. That's the most I put on my spirit to bring out.
Good. As we move, all right, we got an article here, right? The early part of last year, sometime probably around, I think between October and November. I think between October and November, we brought an article from Jeff Bezos. Who else was
Jeff Bezos, it was snakes, and you want Tesla.
But anyhow, on the top, Elon, yeah, on the top dogs, on the top, white bread dogs, saying, roughly what they saying in the article, don't spend that money buying, this was before Thanksgiving, let's remember that, yeah. This was before Thanksgiving, around Thanksgiving time. They was telling you, the devil's going to tell you this. Roughly what they were saying in the article, we did a lesson on it on page James Powell until the end. Because you know, we had the great Minnesota's on the prophecy. And the lesson, what they put out there, what they were saying, is that they urging the people not to spend those money buying damn TVs and refrigerators and shit. This devil will tell you his plan, you know. He's put it right in your face. All right? Now the lesson that the brother Carson one brought it earlier. What these devils have planned, it ain't nothing new to us. Because the Most High already tell us what was going to happen, and we have it right here in the Holy Scriptures. All right? Famine, plagues, mass death and destruction, war, evil, pestilence. So we know these things are coming. You see what the damn devil say that because a lot of people refuse to take the Beetlejuice. He say, fuck it, he gonna put it in the food. So you see, Why us, Lord, children, we be a part of that hopeful elect? We hasten the day of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. We need a savior. We need a deliverer to get us up out of this bitch because ain't nothing you're making no sense. All right, like the scripture say, except for those days, the Most High is going to shorten the days for the elect's sake. Because if the Most High don't do that, you know what's going to happen? In the process of this devil taking us out, he's going to take what he shall do. Chemtrails all day in the air. All the food out, it tainted with abomination. Everything all mucked up. Everything is garbage. But what I was basically telling you is, hey, cut back on this money buying these things you don't necessarily need and save that money to buy food. Because soon directly, food is going to be rationing. Right now, a lot of homes in America, as well as here in the Bahamas, a lot of people rationing food. Let me get this, I brought this out last week. We're going to bring it out again, because guess what? We're going to prophesy until we can't do it no more. So at the end of the day, you can't say you ain't never freaking hear it. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 4 and 16. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem. Jerusalem being a people before a place. Jerusalem is you, so-called Native Americans, Negroes, and Latinos. Or around 2/3 of our people who are going to be put to death, who you see, because the Most High has a list of things that's out in the book of Jeremiah chapter 15 on how he plans to take out 2/3 of our people. Some of you grab Jeremiah 15 and want to hold on that for more. I can read this precept, then we go on to Jeremiah 15 and go. Jeremiah 15, 14 and 16 again, take it from the top. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight and with care, and they shall drink water by measure and with astonishment. You have what the Most High say? Through the mouth of Ezekiel the prophet, we're going to eat bread by weight. Do you imagine it? You got an X amount of rice or some cornflakes or some canned goods in your house, and you have this measured out to say what amount of food you're going to eat daily. All right? You probably got about 10 gallons of water, and you measuring this water. Don't let you say you got a big damn household of more than 5 people in the house, and you got monsters in your house who like eat. Everything gonna get mashed down in a matter of days. So, what the Most High said in this precept, you're gonna be measuring the amount of food you eat and measuring the amount of water you drink, as if now people eating and drinking without care. Right now, as I speak, Jeremiah 4, Ezekiel 4 and 17, that they may want bread and water and be astonished with one another and consume away for their iniquity, which is stacking sin upon sin. And then the Most High plan, He's going to bring these things to pass. And the famine of food is going to come back in a major way. A lot of people are going to die of hunger. All right, go to Jeremiah 15 and 1. So we'll take it from the top.
Jeremiah 15 and 1. Then said Yahweh called unto me.
Moses being the prophet, and Moses being the Lord, and Samuel was being the prophet. Read. That's the Most High speaking of you so-called Native Americans. Because in the deal, does he that best for your shit? Read.
Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth.
Read.
And it shall come to pass, and say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? And thou shalt tell them, thus said Yahweh, such as for death,
Such as are for death to death, read.
and such as are for the sword, to the sword.
You're going to get gunned down, chop up. Probably die by the time we look at destruction or chariot, read.
And such as for famine, to the famine.
F-A-M-I-N-E, such as are for the famine to the famine. Many of you mother suckers are going to starve to death. Read.
And such as are for the captivity, to the captivity.
Many of you are going to be locked down and get put to death. The Most High have a lot of ways to take out Amalek. The Most High has a list of things in his arsenal to take out 2/3 of our people. Why is this going to happen? The prophets of the Lord are on the highways and the byways. Lord, children, we be those men. We telling our people what's going on. What you need to do to stand in the day in the battle of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Prepare yourselves. But what Jake say? What them niggas out there know, let's call stand up talking shit.
Yeah.
That's what they say when they see us. That's what they say. But guess what? This ain't nothing new because they did the same thing to the prophets before us. They ridicule our Lord and Savior, spit on him, slap him, talk all kind of shit. How you can be the son of the Most High and use the son of Joseph the carpenter? All kind of shit they talk. All kind of shit. So who's us? Who's us? But that's okay. I got an article here, because like I said, these devils them done tell you what to look out for from last year. But you know, Jake always in the tunnel. Also the hard game this year to be the year all the prophecies come to pass. Lord's willing, this be that year. We got an article here. We're going to read it. We're going to hit some precepts. And we're going to shut it down and get out of here. Lord's willing, this lesson be edifying unto you to hopefully let out of the nation of Israel.
This article from Anti-Medlines organization says grocery stores in New York City are now considering locking up food because theft has become so rampant.
You hear that? Grocery stores in New York are considering locking up because what?
We're now considering locking up food because theft has become so rampant.
Because theft has become so rampant. People running in the shop, grabbing shit, just running out. Wow, it's correct. And guess what? They're going to trickle it way down here to the Bahamas because we are a province of Babylon the Great. America sneeze, we catch the cold. Right? We follow all the ways of Babylon. We just as westernized as them. Whatever they believe, we believe. And we don't make nothing here in the Bahamas. We can't support our own self. And right now, a lot of things ain't coming in right now, such as goods and food supplies. Right now, a carton of egg down here is almost $10. All right? I see the brother Amawanga from one of the main camps down in New York did a video, I think about a month or two ago, going into that same thing about high-priced eggs. You want to give a woman something special? Buy a crate egg. Buy us a crate egg. Egg right now, what they like to call it delicacy, and that's a good food because we can eat that. Get Kevin Cattle man and say, baby, come see what I buy for you. And if she turned the head the next day, put her ass out. Come on, man, he talking shit. That's your wife. Love her. But we're going to get some more of this article. Let's come along.
It says, food has become a prime target for thieves. And that should deeply alarm all of us. Once upon a time, shoplifting was a minor nuisance for most retailers in the United States.
Once upon a time, it used to be a minor thing. So in other words, what he's saying is, now it's a big freaking thing. A lot of people ain't working, a lot of people unemployed, and guess what? It's only going to get worse and worse and worse. This recession going to come and muck up a lot of things. Like the brother was stating earlier, and we always say when me and him get together. One more lockdown. One more. Finish him. This Bahamas town, you finish. Because we've been depending on tourism from the time I know myself. Getting almost 50 years. Being tourism, being the #1 industry here in the country. Bringing in what? 90% of the income? Total GDP, what it is? Total GDP, about 90%. You know, roughly they have sometime about around like what, 10 million tourists pass through a year? Somewhere around there. So, when you see, if Babylon have a lockdown right now, oh, finish him. And that's what we hoping for. Because the faster these things happen, the faster we can get the hell up out of here. Go ahead, Malak.
It says,
Go ahead.
It says, food has become a prime target for thieves. So,
You say, what is it?
yeah,
Go ahead.
And so, it says, food has become a prime target for thieves. It goes to show you that these thieves, they want no money or no jewelry. They want food.
You know that?
So, it shows you that scripture don't lie. Famine has to be fulfilled. That's why these thieves are now wanting food rather than money or jewelry.
couple months back, in an article right where in the UK, it was putting theatrical tags or tags shoplift, they put that on trees and popular items, trees and meat. All right, so these are the times we're coming in right now, and this is what it's going to cause sedition among men. All right, when it comes to that time, when men knocking down your door, they ain't coming home with no money, they can run and say,
Good.
Good.
That's pretty cool you said. Jake Ryan, you're robbing a nigga, right? Shall we mark him on the comment board so that you know you have a Bahashim, you have a Shai, Bahashim, Rakakudas, Rakadam, Kalakim, Shalom, Nakwam. Beautiful precept, my brother. Let me take one from the comment board. Just in the book of Ezekiel chapter 7 and 5, thus said the Lord, power and evil, and only evil behold is come, and the end is come, and watch it for thee, behold, it is come. And when you look at the word evil means bad times. And guess what? We need these bad times to come. We need to come. Jacob, something gonna have to humble Jake. But when Jake realizes what's going on, it's gonna be too late. They're gonna have death right in their face, and they're gonna die. They're gonna freaking die. So, you see Jake right now running up on you now to try to snatch your chain or your watch. Jake gonna be running up on you trying to grab that down corn meat. Wanna mark out your hand? Cut that bag of rice, that bag of flour. But they look at us and say we talking shit. But I can tell you one thing. The scripture said the word of the Lord, heaven and earth will pass away. But this word ain't gonna pass away because this word abided forever. And the most I don't say something, I take it back. No! Hell no! The most I don't change. It's the same power yesterday, today, and forever. These things are gonna happen. Farming is gonna come back in a major way. So what we gonna do here? We're gonna finish on this article. Like I said, because we normally hit this over and over and over. We go into these things, end time prophecy. Because we know he had the greatness, so that's what it's all about. So we're gonna hit this article, we're gonna get the rest of it, we're gonna do preachers, and we're gonna spell it down, get the rest of it.
It says, once upon a time, shoplifting was a minor nuisance for most retailers in the United States. But today, the game has completely changed. Highly organized gangs of thieves are systematically looting stores all over the country.
So again,
Highly organized gangs of thieves are systematically looting stores all over the country.
You hear that? That means they organizing themselves in groups and mobs and doing this. And guess what? We only in the beginning said to take up trouble. It ain't get bad yet. The pot on the stove, it on the stove. The water ain't get hot yet. It ain't start bubbling yet. Read.
God. And this is costing retailers billions upon billions of dollars. Authorities call it organized retail crime.
Ooh, beautiful. Organized retail crime. And what they stealing? Food. It ain't get hot yet. Read.
But I call it complete and utter lawlessness. When you have large groups of people storming retail stores all over the nation on a regular basis, that is a major crisis. Originally, a lot of these gangs were primarily targeting guns that people sold on the internet very easily, such as jewels or what's not. They tell you these people, you want that, these people want that food.
Gun.
But now, a lot of grocery stores are being targeted and food is being stolen on a scale that we have never seen before. In New York City, things have gotten so bad that some stores are thinking of implementing dramatic measures.
And this New York City, what's gonna be next? LA, Washington, all the major states first, then they're gonna trickle it right down to the second in ranked states. New York is a major state. They say the city of lights. The city of lights, we're gonna see what happen when them freaking lights go out. Read.
The following comes from a Fox News article titled NYC grocery stores consider locking up food due to rampant theft. For workers, Slovakia, due to rampant theft, workers are traumatized. Shampoo, toothpaste, and razor blades are all items that grocery stores have increasingly started locking behind counters. Soon, that list might include food. People have no fear of coming to your store and stealing, said Nelson.
So what do you think will happen when the hotels close down? We see what happened when the hotels closed down in the lockdown. People been lined up. People been lined up to the food drives looking to get food. We got let me see. Right across the road over there, right? Viewers behind the camera. That's the front of the road. We're selling. We got fruits and what's not. You can see. You can see look real good. You viewers watching. Turn the camera to the next side so you can see. Alright? They got the goods and ships over there, right? Now, you don't see that back on us. When you see shit get bad, you can be able to selling them things. Because you gonna have Jake riding up, you know? Jake, oh man, Jake almost exceed the wicked in wickedness. You ain't gonna be able to selling nothing on the side of the road when shit get bad. Because if this was going on in America right now, in these shops, what you gonna happen when it trickling right down here? Let the hotels close. And them people, what? With the hotel sector having about what? Say about close to maybe 20,000 people employed. When they come home, and they ain't got no money, and the government right now can't give no more NIB unemployment benefit because they say national insurance ain't got no more freaking money. So what you think will happen? Every Jeremiah 28 me.
Doing the first lockdown that we had over here, a lot of mom and pops and a lot of medium to small businesses, all right, shut down. All right, they was able to bounce back. All right, so imagine one border coming down, look for some major places and we shut down and all.
Jeremiah 28 and this precept has come out every freaking week.
Look at Jeremiah chapter 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me, that have been the bold prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
War, evil, bad times. Bad times. Bad times are coming. Guess what? People are there still. But this word right now ain't got no effect on them. They cast behind their back. But I want you to know that the Most High said, give me Isaiah 55 and 11. Watch this now. Thus said Yahweh, well Hashem Yahweh shall not Bashar. Thus said the Lord. So these are my freaking words.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 55 and 11. It reads, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it.
Yeah, but the Most High say, he said his word will go forth out of his mouth, they ain't coming back void. So I mean, just how he said don't go down, just how it don't go down. That's replace. Believe it or not. We don't just trying to get you to listen. Even though the scripture say, 2 Corinthians 5 and 11, to the terror of the Lord. This is the terror of the Lord right now. Hey, repent, boy, that's all. Repent. That's coming up.
It says, people have no fear of coming to your store and stealing. Our employees are terrified. We have young people that come to work, young cashiers who work part-time. These kids are 16 and 17 years old.
And you know in America, right, it ain't like down here in the Bahamas. And down here in the Bahamas, only an elite set of people can carry handguns, other than the armed forces. And the business owners and regular homeowners, they have licenses to carry shotguns and probably 1 or 2 machine guns, rifles, sorry. Assault rifles, semi-automatic, 22 rifles. Because you can't go in the shop over here and buy no fucking AR-15 or no M16. Hell no. They for armed forces personnel only. Like how they have it down in Babylon the Great. You could go in the shop, probably wait 5 or 6 days, get a permit, and everybody got a gun. Everybody got a gun in Babylon. Everybody. But I want you to know now, down in the Bahamas, you got plenty of guns too on the road. You got more guns on the road than what in the armory. Where they come from? We don't make guns here. But anyhow, I said to say this. When you see kings start getting real bad in Babylon the Great, it's going to trickle its way right down here. All right, I get the rest of that.
We have young people that come to work, young cashiers who work part-time. These kids are 16 and 17 years old. They're traumatized. When I first started warning that we are becoming Mad Max society.
Mad Max society? You know what the movie Mad Max? If you got your fire stick, punching Mad Max. They got a couple Mad Max and all them mad.
A lot of people thought that I was exaggerating. Sadly, the breakdown of law and order just continues to accelerate in many of our largest cities. In fact, it is being reported that we're up 80% in New York City. New York City Mayor Eric Adams has made a point of combining the repeat offenses, criminal justice system in New York. Adams said in comments referring to a serial intruder who was arrested and released 26 times. Those arrests go to court, get released, and on their way home from court, they're doing the exact same thing. According to the New York Police Department, thefts are over $1,000. We're up 80% in New York City last year. Only 80% increase? Yes, that sounds perfectly normal to me. In other areas of the country, shortages are the big news right now. I never imagined that Costco would totally run out of eggs in early 2023.
Oh, beautiful.
So, it's January 14th, just 14 days. The biggest supermarket in New York is running low on eggs. That's crazy. No? Yes. But this has actually happened at many of their stores. As I discussed yesterday, bird flu is one of the factors that is causing supplies of eggs to get tighter. But as the farmer, the years to me,
Cut. Let me check it out. We're going to hit 1 or 2 precepts on this, and we're going to hit our regulars, and we're going to get out of here. Can't say you ain't hear it. We're telling you, thus said the Lord, whether you will hear or whether you will fulfill. Like the scripture say, you have to know that there has been a prophet among you. Or there can't be no prophets. Why? Because we ain't rich. Because we ain't got no jet. Like we had a pastor tell me and the brother Yashuan, he laughed at Yashuan, asked him, "Why you driving a Kia bike?" Because he was driving a Jaguar. I will see him drive that Jaguar in one of them gates.
What you get?
That's what he asked us to.
Book of 2 Ezra chapter 15 and 1, it reads, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy."
And that's what we're giving to you now. We're giving you prophecy. As it is written, that said Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, whether you will hear or whether you will fulfill. Read.
"Which I will put in thy mouth, said Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
Read.
And cause them to be written in paper."
I'm giving it to you right now. What the Most High said, cause to be written in paper. The words will he put in our mouth. Read.
"For they are faithful and true."
They are what?
"For they are faithful and true."
We believe it wholeheartedly. Read.
"Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the infidelity of them trouble thee. that speak against thee.
Infidelity goes back to belief. I don't give 3 ounces of shit whether you believe it or not. The Most High say, tell you whether you will hear or whether you will forbear. We don't different want to like us, you know. See, we ain't need a brother Papa Duck. We're going to tell you, give us a thumbs up, like and subscribe. We the mouthpiece of the Lord, but we don't tell you what the Lord say. We don't looking for no fame. We the messengers of the Lord. Read.
Right. It's for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Read.
It's 5. Behold, said Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
Why, Lord? Why you bring plagues upon the world?
For the wickedness had exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hateful works are fulfilled.
Read.
Therefore said Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves.
What's this now? The Most High getting mad now. Read.
Behold, innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me.
Lord, will we be that innocent and righteous blood crying unto the Most High? Because the scriptures say, set a mark upon the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that are done in the midst thereof. Read.
And the souls of the just complain continually.
Like I say, Lord, will we be those men. Read.
And therefore said the Most High, I will surely avenge them, receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
What about that?
Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt.
I'm gonna stop right there. Second of this chapter. Second of the chapter 15, 16, and 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand and fail, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague and tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. I get y'all not to my point. Second of the 16 and 22. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the others that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. The Most High made it clean and clear. Many of our people are going to starve to death. All right? You see, they start rationing and ordering up these food then. What you think coming? What you think is coming? A famine of food is on the way. An internet famine, man of the Most High, do it by his hand, or we do it directly to Esau. It's all happened to the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushai, to fulfill the Most High's will. All right? Yeah.
Revelation 13 and 6 and 16. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and born, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom, that him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is a number of a man, and his number is 636. Revelation 14 and 9. The consequences of taking a charagma.
The consequences, we're going to give you the consequences of receiving the charagma, the RFID, the charagma. Read.
Revelation 14 and 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, or receive his charagma in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
This book of Psalms, chapter 40 and 9, reads, I have preached righteousness in the great congregation. Lo, I have not refrained my lips, O Yahweh. Thou knowest, I have not hid thy righteousness within my heart. I've declared thy faithfulness and thy salvation. I have not concealed thy loving kindness and thy truth from the great congregation.
God, we hold back nothing. We tell you, thus said the Lord, whether you will hear or whether you will forbear. Acts 2 and 38. Then Peter said unto them, repent and be baptized every one of you in the name of Yahushua Mashiach for the remission of sins, and ye shall receive the gift of the Holy Spirit. Acts 3 and 19. Repent ye therefore and be converted, that your sins may be blotted out, when the times of refreshing shall come from the presence of the Lord. Acts 3 and 23. As it come to pass that every soul which will not hear the prophet shall be destroyed from among the people. Acts 20 and 26. Wherefore I take you to record this day that I am pure from the blood of all men, for I have not sent to declare unto you all the counsel of Yahweh, for Hashem Yahushai.
In the book of Luke chapter 13 and 3, it reads, I read that the Lord Yahushai speaking. It reads, I tell you nay, but except ye repent, ye shall all likewise perish.
God, I played it up to the point. All right? Proverbs chapter 18 and 18. Whoso despiseth the word shall be destroyed, but he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded. Lord's willing, these lessons were edifying unto you to hopefully let, and it serves its purpose. All right, you can put in the GMS from Muhammad Salah. So this GMS from Muhammad Salah. About around 3:30, I'm in camp, dark in the land, they'll be streaming live. Share, subscribe. Let your friends join on to our power. Yahweh, for Hashem, Yahushai, for Hashem, that we're on the great store, because that's where we're at the truth from. Peace and salutation. So hopefully that God are doing the way, risking your lives and your freedom to do so, now more so than ever. So you'll be snowed out here. Shalom and the Bible wall and Kwam Yashalom.
Shalom.